Hello, congratulations on the purchase of your Enterra. My name is Russ. I'm going to do your orientation with you. We're going to start right here in the front with your tongue jack. So you do have a light switch right here, and then one next to it is for up and down. If this were to fail for any reason, just remove this rubber cap right here. And there's a tool in your front compartment. You can manually crank this up or down. You do have two 30-pound propane tanks on here with your regulator. Your regulator is pointing towards the tank that you're using. So if that tank goes empty, just turn your regulator, open your valve, you use this tank while you fill that one. Alright, and then you have your battery right here. You can have two batteries on here if you want to. Go around the side here, you have your pass-through storage, nice big storage area. You do have a blue slinky hose. It's a quick connect. I'll show you where that goes in just a couple minutes. You do have your electric stabilizers. If they were to fail, you go on the back side here and you can manually crank these back up if they get stuck down. Hopefully that never happens. Right under your slide out is one of your two gray tanks. So right next to where it empties there is a handle sticking down. And then that blue line hanging down is to empty your freshwater tank. So if you use that freshwater tank, just open that valve and it will drain for you. So one of your grays there. And then back here you're going to have a black and a gray. So you do have two gray tanks and one black tank. So all you're going to do is hook up your wastewater hose. The other end goes to the septic. You're going to pull the black handle first. So you have your two handles here. Pull the black first, let that empty out. That's your toilet. And then pull the gray. And that's your dirty sink and shower. That's going to help wash the black out of your hose. Once you're done with that, close them up. You're all set. That red and blue line right there, that is your low point drains, so that's the lowest point in your water system. So if you want to empty the water out of your lines inside, just open those valves and that will drain that water. Right here's where you're going to fill your freshwater tank. So if you are rustic camping, just fill your tank right from here. And you can see your tank level inside on your control panel. It'll show you how full your tank is getting. Otherwise, it'll just kind of come out when it's full. You do have input for cable or satellite right here. And then this is your city water connection. So just hook up a garden hose here and then you'll have water pressure through that garden hose. If you use your freshwater tank, you're going to turn your water pump on to create that pressure and draw from your freshwater tank. City water, you do not use your water pump. You just have the pressure from the hose. Right here's where you'll use that blue slinky hose. So it's quick connect right there and then you have water right on this side. Power cord here, 30 amp service. I do recommend to use a 30 amp surge guard when you are connected at the parks because you do have surges going through there quite often. Help protect your camper. Right here is your water heater. Your water heater is gas or electric. You have a metal tank, so you have an anode rod. The anode rod is going to protect your tank from corroding. So instead of your tank corroding, this anode rod will corrode over time. So it's going to get chewed up and eaten away. You will have to replace this every 2 or 3 years, but this is also your plug. You're going to put it right in here, tighten it up, and now you're ready to fill your water heater. So just hook your water up, start filling your water heater. You want to make sure it is full before you turn it on. One way to do that is to pull on this relief valve right here. You get a solid stream of water coming out, you know it's full. You can also turn the hot side on any one of your faucets, and as long as you get a solid stream of water, you know it's full then too. If you need to drain your water heater, just pull this out and water will drain right from here. This is the electronic ignite, so you don't have to light any pilot lights or anything. Just turn the switches on, make sure it's full first, turn the switches on, you're good to go. You have one switch out here. Turn that on, that turns the electric portion of your water heater on. Inside on your control panel is another switch to turn the gas portion of your electric heater or of your water heater on. So electric out here, gas inside. Below that is your furnace vent. Try not to block this. This does get very hot, so try not to put anything in front of it that could melt. Along the back here, your other stabilizer. You can store your wastewater hose right in your bumper. Just remove the cap, put your hose in there, and put the cap back on. License plate will go there. You do have a spare tire on here. It is the same size as the tires that are on it. It's not a donut. Then right back here, is controls for your rear stabilizer. So just hold the button down, that will extend them down and retract them up. These are used just for stabilizing, not for leveling. So get your camper nice and level and then put your stabilizers down. You do have a mount on here for a grill, so this does swing out. So you can have it swing right out to your outdoor kitchen here. Back in there. Once your grill's hooked up, you'll use your quick connect gas line, plug it in there, and then you'll have gas out here. And then you have your 2-burner stove right here. So another gas line right there to hook that up as well. You do have your refrigerator. This refrigerator is electric only, so you do need to be plugged in for this to work. All your controls are right there. Of course, your sink, good storage. You have a light switch light here. There's a switch on here for it. All right, and then that's about it out here. Your stairs just fold up and push right in, so that's how they'll ride. So just fold them up, do it with one hand, fold them up and then give them a push. That's how they're gonna ride. You do have a black tank flush here, so once you're done emptying your wastewater tanks, the black and gray, you're going to close that gray up, leave the black handle open, hook a hose up to here, and it's like an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank. So it's going to flush it out for you. You let that run a few minutes, unhook that hose, then you can close up your black handle and put your cap back on your sewer drain. So that's going to clean your tank out for you. Nice to have. That's an output, so you can have a TV outside, a couple plugs. You have outdoor speakers, electric awning. This is your refrigerator vent. Just make sure this condensation hose stays out like it is so it drips outside and not inside the camper. This is for your stove vent, so just pop this open if you use the fan over your stove. That way it can vent outside. If you're not using it, snap that closed, keep the bugs out. Those stairs just fold up as well. And then this side over here, you have your grill, your mount that's going to go on the back. You have wastewater hose, freshwater hose, electrical adapter, and then your cranks. This crank right here is going to be for your stabilizers. This will be for your tongue jack. And it looks like that's everything on the outside. These front cap lights, there's a switch on your control panel inside for those. So that's everything out here, so we will head inside next. All right, inside the bunk area here, right before the bunk, you have your control right here for your slide out. So extend and retract. So this whole wall right here slides out. Light switch. You do have a TV mounted up here. It can stay up here while you're traveling. It's nice and secured. Push button lights throughout. You do have a ladder back here, so just lift it up and pull it out and you're good to go there. And then your bunk, 210-pound capacity. It does snap up onto the wall. This is how I would have it when you travel, because if it's down, it's just going to bounce on here and it could eventually pull these screws out from the wall and damage it. So I would have it up here like that for travel. And then you have your seating back here, which you can remove the backs, and these will actually fold out. So these fold out, so you have a couple more beds here if you want them. Emergency exit window. Just pull on the triangle that pulls the screen out, and then just throw that window open so you can get out. You can also have this open just for ventilation. You do want to make sure all your emergency exit windows are latched into place before you travel. Otherwise the wind could catch hold of them and you could actually lose that window. Your vents, you have a vent up here with a fan. Just crank it open and then turn your fan on here. You do want to make sure that you have these vents down before you travel. Otherwise the wind will catch hold of those and they'll be missing. And there are speakers in here as well. You can hear the radio going. Right before your bunkhouse is your fuses and your breakers, regular car style fuses. If a fuse goes out, an LED light will light up next to the bad one so you can quickly identify it. And you can see that light right through that window here. Your furnace is right down there. That's the intake for your furnace. And then in your bathroom, bathtub's pretty self-explanatory. You do have a GFCI outlet here. Of course, your door going outside. Light switch just inside the wall, or inside the door on the wall. You have a foot pedal flush. Halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush it. Another vent right there, so make sure that one's closed as well before you travel. Thermostat. Push the mode button until you get to what you want. So you have your fan. You can change your fan speeds, air, and then furnace, and then change your temperatures here. And when it's all the way lit up down here, that's off. Another light switch. Refrigerator's gas or electric. So as long as it's on auto mode, you're running off electricity. If you can't find electricity, it will switch to propane automatically. If you want it just propane, have this button out. And if the check light comes on, it means it cannot find the gas, so it's either off or empty. Just make sure that it's turned on. Then you'll turn the fridge off and back on, and we'll try to relight for you. All the instructions for it are right inside the freezer door. Another light. Here's your fan, so make sure that's open outside so it can vent out. You have a light on here. Standard turntable microwave. And to light your stovetop, just put it on light and then turn your igniter until it lights up. Just turn this to the right only. If you turn that to the left, it will break it. Your oven, you do need to light the pilot light with matches or a lighter. So just put your matches down there, put on pilot, hold this in while you light it. Good storage here. Pretty nice. Fire extinguisher by the door. Your keys will be on your sink when you get here. We are in the middle of cleaning right now. TV mounts right here. You have your antenna booster, so you need to have this red light on if you want local channels. Otherwise, have that off if you're connected with cable or satellite. And this does spin around, so just remove this, and this will spin right to your bedroom. You have to have your doors closed, though. Fireplace controls are right here, so just pull this down. Power button, temperature control, and then push this for your heat settings. And then this one to turn your flames on and off. This one will adjust your flames if you don't want them so bright. Below that is your stereo. This is a CD player, DVD player. So this will play DVDs through whatever TV you have hooked up right there. You have a couple speaker zones on here, so just push these to turn them on or off. A is right above us. B will be outside. And C is in the bedroom. Remotes for your stereo and your TV. Your couch trifold sofa. You have your cover in here. You're just going to remove the cushions from the back. Pull this out and then drop this back forward, and then you have a bed. U-shaped dinette. Nice seating here. Otherwise, you can have it as a small bed. Just remove the tabletop from the legs. The tabletop sits on the ledges, and then you fill the gap in with your cushions. Light switch for these lights. It's right under here. This is push button. Your antenna is right here, so you can crank it up or down. It tells you which way to go. Just be sure you have that down before you travel anywhere. Then your doors do have a latch for travel right in the center for your bedroom. There's a mirror on this side, so if you spin that TV, your TV will be on this side, mirror will be on the other side. Another vent with a fan. All the vents in that ceiling are your air conditioning. Any vents you see along the floor are going to be for your furnace. So any of those vents there. Your air conditioner you can open up right here. Drop the air down so it cools off quicker. In this area, otherwise close that, you have more pressure through those vents. And there's a filter in here you can take out, clean, and reuse. Another emergency exit window. You have storage on your bed. There is a TV in there, so that can be mounted right up in the living room. Reading lights. Good storage. And it looks like that is everything in here. And you do have some storage. Oh, maybe this one doesn't. Never mind. You have a carbon monoxide LP detector. As long as that green light's on, you're good to go there. And I believe that's everything in here. So if you have any questions when you come pick up, just let us know. We'll be happy to answer them. I want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We appreciate your business, and congratulations.